What's up, everybody? This is Luke Patrick with the AndroidAppsReview.com. Today we're looking at yet another video review, this time taking a look at an application called Muse, which looks curiously like a lock screen, and that's because it is a lock screen. So I'll explain what's going on here, but first let's go ahead and just show you how the app works. So obviously I'm pulling information into my lock screen. How is this done? Through some handy dandy magic. So we're going to boot up Muse. This is what it looks like when you first boot it up. It's going to ask you, well, first it's going to explain kind of how it works, and then it's going to ask you to pick some categories, which is what I've got going on right here. So I've got art world, food, and I had men's lifestyle. I've added it back. So obviously to add a category, just do that. Click it, you're done. This is out of these available categories. There's also an other category, pretty self-explanatory. And then here's the only other part of the app that we're going to talk about for now, which is just the sidebar. You can go in and adjust a few things. We'll get to that in just a second. But I've selected these categories. So now what? Essentially, and we can do it this way, the application will serve up whatever you tell it. So I've told it men's lifestyle. And if I click off my phone and then click it back on, you can see that it has popped up with, it hasn't updated yet, but it's pulled from the food portion of that using a really nice photo. And then this Thanksgiving turkey. So if I do this, then it will actually give me a brief bit about the blog, and then I can click this to keep reading the story. It'll boot it up, except my internet connection isn't working. You can like it or you can share it. There's a little share icon down here, really handy, and that's all just from your lock screen. So obviously you do this every time you turn on your phone. So every time you turn on your phone, you get a new entry into whatever category you've selected. So obviously these are food items. If you want to do some shopping, that's involved too. And then to avoid all of this, it's really simple. Just flick up, you're done. You're in your phone just like normal. So let's talk about the fashion for a second. Let's say that you have fashion selected, and that's what's going on with your lock screen, and you see something that you like. Well, one of the cool parts of the app is that you can actually go straight to the shop and then see all of the various products. So I can click this, I get some information, I can add to my cart, I can shop directly on the site, which is really handy, or excuse me, within the application and straight off of my lock screen. That's kind of one of the bigger selling points of the application, is that it enables you to shop directly from your lock screen every time you turn it on, which is a pretty cool feature. We're not gonna lie, it's pretty svelte to open up your phone and see something like a belt or a shoe or a pant or whatever, and you can actually flick up and get instant information and then purchase if you want. And the products are pretty good. They're more high end, we'll say. Yeah, definitely more luxury than cheap, but for the right consumer, that works really well. You can also set a cover wallpaper, so I can set that, and then when I click off the phone, click it on. It actually should have set a wallpaper, but it's not updating because I'm not backing out. That's my fault there. Right, so let's say I do want to set a cover wallpaper from the screen here. Simply do this. We'll just boop something. Boop. And then we're good. And then that will actually overlay over the information itself, which is pretty handy. Let's see, what else should we go over? Additionally, I guess things worth mentioning, you can also set up an account, obviously, to work with the store, so that's pretty handy. Rating Muse, of course. Browsing will take you back to the section with the nice little squares. And really, that's pretty much it. My stories will save anything that you like on the home screen, that sort of thing. It's more of an interactive app. So, obviously we can do the setup in a video review, and then, the rest is pretty much up to your imagination to sort of picture how this would work in your life. I can say that from having used this for a while, it actually is really useful. It's not only fun, but also keeps things interesting. I mean, I do this motion probably, 100 different times a day. So just being rewarded with a different photo each time is nice, much less one that I can flick up and then get a lot of information about. That's really cool. Plus being able to save and read later. I mean, it just works really well. Essentially, if you're out and about, let's say you're a frequent commuter like me and you see something that you like, you can boot it up, tap it, and then in an instant you've got it saved. Hardly a problem. It just works really well. Like I said, it's one of those things that makes your day-to-day better, which is the kind of app that we like to review because that's really where your phone shines the most. I mean, obviously, your phone does a lot of different things, but if it doesn't enhance your day-to-day life, then what is the point? And this one definitely does. Muse is a fantastic application. We like it a lot. And, of course, the price tag is free. And that goes really well with this well-designed interface too. I should mention that the interface, I mean, everything you're seeing me do is just, so easy to manage. There's no problems at all. Even browsing the shop is nice and smooth. So really no issues. Beautiful interface. Free price tag. There's no cost to you to play around with Muse. And, at the end of the day, we respect all of that. So we are going to give it a 4 out of 5-star rating from us here at the AndroidAppsReview.com. And that's all I have to say about it. So I'm going to go ahead and sign out, but we will see you guys later. All right.